Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 12 of this KC Scouts MyNBA 2K22 expansion series. Last time out we tested the waters and saw how Brunson and Webb did as starters and off the bench in a 12-game stretch. And we got some more info on those two guys. We put Webb back to the bench, put Brunson as our starting shooting guard. But today we're going to make another change to the starting lineup. And we're going to keep Brunson as the starter, but we're going to move him to starting point guard. We're going to put Palmer to the bench. And because the Wade Webb fan club has been so vocal in the comments and outside of the comments and otherwise, Wade Webb will start at shooting guard for the foreseeable future. Palmer and Cage, our two young point guards, will play alongside each other off the bench, and we'll see how those two get along. And I will try to get an equal amount of starters and bench view time for the game that we watch this episode, because we haven't had that much time to get any look at Quincy Cage extensively, and I want to see him and Palmer on the court at the same time. So we'll try to figure out when they'll be on the court and watch sometime then. But also we're getting more action for Wade Webb, who we have not seen that much of. He has not really done that much on the court when we've watched. So I think that him and Brunson playing together on the court could be a good thing. So thank you guys for commenting and being vocal about that. But the fan club for Wade Webb has been pretty vocal. So we'll do that right now. We're going to the coach game plan, and we will put those lineups together. Palmer will be relegated back to the bench, even though he's up to a 78 overall apparently right now. We will put in Wade Webb, and we'll switch Brunson and Webb. And with this, I'll lower Palmer's time a little bit. He's getting 28 right now. I'll lower that to about 26. I'll also lower Quincy Cage's a little bit. Let's go down to 24. We could give Jackson a little bit of leeway. Lower his by a little bit. We'll lower Myers by a little bit as well. And then we'll play Brunson for about 29 minutes. We'll play Wade Webb for 29. And these last 2 minutes, I guess we'll give back to Palmer. And I think we'll stick with this right here. Alright guys, so today we're going to watch this game right here on February 2nd against the New York Knicks on the road. We have not watched the game against them yet, and I want to get an away game after we had I think two or three episodes in a row of home games. So we're going to go on the road again and face the Knicks this episode. I'm going to sim, we'll come back, go through the box scores very briefly, and then jump into this game and see how our new lineup does. Alright, so Zubac is back, so we're going to put him back into the lineup. And we will replace him. I guess we'll just put Meyer back to the reserves. And defense should be a little bit better now. Welcome back, Zubac. Alright guys, so we simmed 13 games here. The Pistons still lead the Eastern Conference. We are still hovering around 6th place in the conference. We went 6-7 in these simmed games. So we're going to go check those and see how our players did. And then we'll jump in against the Knicks and watch that game and get some action for a lot of our players and see how these storylines progress. So the first game was a pretty solid one here against the Pacers. 34 points for Wiggins, 21 and 12 for Jaren Jackson, 19 points for Wade Webb, 18 for Palmer off the bench, 13 and 11 for Nurkic. Brunson, 6 points, Cage, 4 points, 7 assists for the Pacers, 20, 18, 16, 13, 13. Loss here in a low-scoring game here against the Raptors. Wade Webb led all scorers with 19 points, or led our scorers with 19 points. Burks had 14. Wiggins 14, Brunson 11, 8 and 14 for Nurkic, Palmer 7, Myers 7, Cage 7 with Jaren Jackson 0 for 15. 0 for 15. There is absolutely no way For the Raptors, 24 points for Jordan Poole, 59 and 7 for Barnes. Fred VanVleet, 12 points. Blowout loss here to the Celtics. Tatum puts up 38, 11, and 7. Brown puts up 28 and 8. For the Scouts, 29 for Andrew Wiggins, 14 for Webb. Another rough game here for Jaren Jackson. Now, a win here against the Hawks, who are, I believe, the 3rd or 4th seed in the East right now, 30 and 9. For Jackson this time out, Wade Webb 21, 5 and 4. Brunson 16, 4 and 7. Nurkic 11, 9 and 8. For the Hawks, 26 for Trae Young, 20 for Cam Reddish. Win here against the Cavs, 24 points for Burks, 20 and 9 for Jackson, 16, 5 and 11 for Brunson. Wade Webb 11 points, Palmer 7, 4 and 7, Cage 4, 2 and 6. For the Cavs, 24 for Sexton, 23 for Markkanen, and 21 for Darius Garland. A second straight win here against the Cavs, 27 this time for Garland, 15 and 10 for Jarrett Allen. But for the Scouts, 26 points for Wade Webb, 9 for 15 from the field. Why can't he do this when I watch? 21 and 12 for Jaren Jackson, 12 and 10 for Nurkic, 14 and 9 for Palmer. Brunson 11 points, Meyer 8 and 10, 5, 1 and 10 for Cage. Tight win here against the Magic, a 2-point victory after just a very close game all the way through. 24, 4 and 7 for Jalen Suggs. 26 and 16 for Jaren Jackson, 20 points for Cage off the bench, 12 for Brunson. Palmer 8, 7 and 7, Nurkic 6, 12 and 9. Wade Webb with just 5 points this time out. Lost here against the Knicks, 16 points for Jaren Jackson, 15 for Webb, 14 for Wiggins, 13, 3 and 6 for Palmer. For the Knicks, 28 for Karis LeVert. 6-point loss to the Rockets, who have Kyrie, Jalen Green, and Tracy Cardinal. They got 24 from Jalen Green, 21 from Cardinal, 19 from Alperen Sengun, and Kyrie must have gotten hurt because he only played 3 minutes and then did not play the rest of the way. For the Scouts, 19 and 10 for Zubac, I believe in his first game back, 17 for Webb, 17 for Wiggins, 16 for Jackson. Massive loss here to the Nuggets, 32, 10 and 10 triple-double for the Joker, 23 and 13 for MPJ, 20 for Highland. For the Scouts, 18 for Webb, 12 for Wiggins, 12, 11 and 6 for Nurkic. Jaren Jackson just 8 points and 12 rebounds. He has had a kind of a rough stretch here overall. A win here against the Lakers by a hell of a lot of points. 31-13 for Jaren Jackson, 19 for Wiggins, 16 for Webb, 14 for Zubac. For the Lakers, 21-13 for Westbrook, 18 points for LeBron. And I guess AD did play, but their big three, especially AD, did not play well. 3 for 18 for AD. Loss against the Hawks, see another one of those losses. 21 points, but nothing else for Wade Webb. Just a pure score. Jalen Brunson, 19 and 10, 18 for Wiggins. Zubac, 14 points. Quincy Cage, 11 points. Palmer, 8, 3 and 10. For the Hawks, 22, 5 and 12 for Trae Young, and 20 for DeLon Wright, 18 for Bogdanovich. And finally here, our last box score loss against the Cavs, 38 and 13 for Darius Garland, a big game for him. Double-double for Cody Zeller and for Evan Mobley. But for the Scouts, 27 and 12 for Jaren Jackson, 19 points from Alec Burks, 15 from Brunson, 15 from Webb, 12 off the bench from Cage, Palmer 3, 3 and 6 off the bench. Well, guys, I was going to record the Knicks game, but when I did so, I didn't realize until after I had finished what I thought was going to be the episode that the version of OBS that I was on had a bug or whatever that did not record the output audio of my capture card. So I gotta watch a different game now, and I guess we'll watch this game against the Suns. I've already simmed the OKC game because I wanted to get a game on the road. So we'll check the box scores now, the Knicks and the Thunder game, and we'll head into this game against the Phoenix Suns, and then we'll be good to go from there. Right now we are on a 4-game losing streak, and we are 6th in the conference. So in the game against the Knicks, we lost by 7 points. Quickly had 26. Levert had 25. Barrett had 22. Conover had 12. For us, we got 28 from Andrew Wiggins, 14 and 11 from Jackson, double-double from Nurkic, 10 from Cage. Brunson had 8. Webb had 7. Palmer had 6. The minutes for this game are all wrong for some reason. I don't know why, but those numbers are wrong for the minutes. But then for the OKC game, I think it goes back to normal, and it did. 20 and 14 for Jackson in this 9-point loss. 15 for Wiggins and Nurkic. Webb had 13 but shot poorly. Cage had 13. Zubats had 10. For the Thunder, they had 22 from Willie Dixon, who was a former 4th overall pick. SGA had 21, 7 and 7. 18 points for Paul George, I believe, who is back in OKC after all these years. And now we'll watch this game against the Suns on the road in Phoenix. All right, guys, here we go at the Footprint Center here in Phoenix. Taking on DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and the Suns. I'm going to try to get some... Well, I was going to say some shit, but Chris Paul drives and scores to open this scoring. But my goal for this episode is to watch the first 6 minutes, then watch the end of the first and start of the second as Jackson knocks down a nice shot over Cam Johnson. But going to get about equal action from our starters and our bench guys because I want to see more of Cage and Palmer. We have not seen Cage that much this year so far, and I want to get a good look at him somewhat extensively as Chris Paul gets inside and Brunson fouls him. So free throws for Chris Paul, who is the comparison of both Cage and Palmer.
At the line for your Suns,
Chris Paul knocks down the first. And the second is good as well. Andrew Wiggins, pump fakes. Wiggins with it, goes to Jackson. Jackson, guarded by Cam Johnson again. Goes back to Wiggins. Wiggins has to fire. That shot is well covered, and that is going to be a miss. Chris Paul gets around a screen and takes a really tough shot. That's not going to go in, but Ayton almost got the board, but Nurkic grabs it instead. Good work. Wiggins with it, pulls up from 3, it knocks it down. What a shot. He has had a couple of really nice plays this year for us so far. Chris Paul takes a screen, gets inside, it's blocked by Nurkic. Great play. Wiggins off the pass from Brunson, drives and scores again. He's got all 7 for us to start this game, I think. No, he's got 5. He's got 5 of our 7 points, but still, good start for him. Chris Paul, again, gets inside, steps back and fires, blocked again by Nurkic. I want to see more from Wade Webb. He has not done much at all in these watched games. As Wiggins goes to Webb, Webb goes to Nurkic. Nurkic pulls up, and that shot's going to be well short. And now Ayton called for a 3-second violation, which gives us the ball back. Andrew Wiggins had plenty of space to pull up a 3, but he chose not to. Instead, he gets in the paint, and that shot is in. What a tough shot over Pembe. Chris Paul goes to Pembe, now back to Paul. Paul finds Ayton, nice cut and nice pass by Chris Paul. Scouts lead 9-6. Wiggins has it, gets inside again, goes back out to Brunson, but he cannot pull the trigger. Screen from Jackson now for Brunson. Brunson finds him again. Nice little pick and roll right there. Hassan Pembe inside, blocked out of bounds by Nurkic. It's 3 already in this first quarter for him. Here's Cam Johnson. He's got a screen from Ayton. He goes back out to a wide open Hassan Pembe from 3. That shot is no good. We got lucky right there. Now Wade Webb with it. Stopped in his tracks by Booker. Brunson gets around Chris Paul and gets inside and scores. Nice move. Chris Paul off a double screen. Pulls up. It's blocked this time again. This time by Jackson. Paul has been blocked 3 times in this game so far. Brunson pump fakes, got 2 guys in the air and scores again. What a hot start for the offense here. 15-6. MyNBA works himself down low, and it's blocked by Wiggins. This time he got it back, blocked again. Cam Johnson off the screen is called for the charge. Nurkic drew it. We have been so good this game so far. Jaren Jackson inside over Johnson scores. Contested shot. 11-point lead. What a start for us. Let's head to the end of this first quarter. All right, 2:55 to go. Gonna watch the rest of this first quarter and the first minute or two of the second quarter, as we got Palmer and Cage in there with Alec Burks, Jaren Jackson, and Zubac. That shot is blocked by Zubac. Sims blocked again by Zubac. And Jackson gets the board. Our defense has been impeccable. It's been so good. And we lead 24-17. Huge mismatch. Jackson guarded by Sims. And he just muscles past him and scores. Big dunk. Smith from three. That shot's well short, but Christian Wood gets the board and puts that in as he comes off the Suns bench. Alec Burks with the ball. Screen from Cage. Burks takes it. And now a 3-second violation called on Jaren Jackson Jr. There are your Eastern Conference standings right now. Wide open three for Jackson. Jackson knocks it down. It's down to a 4-point lead for the Scouts. Jackson off the pass from Palmer. Hands off to Cage. Cage resets a little bit. Time counting down. Cage gets inside and... Never mind. Smith. This time he knocks it down. It's a 1-point game. Alec Burks with it. Scouts trying to keep this lead. Burks fades away, has a block, got it back, and again is no good. Jackson inside, tough shot, no good. Burks gets the board. Last possession here likely for us in this first quarter. Jackson, time counting down, gets inside, goes back out to Palmer. Palmer for three, no good. And the first quarter is over, 26-25. Scouts in front by 1. All right, 4:22 to go here in this first half. We're going to watch the rest of it until it's halftime. Palmer and Cage back out there, along with Burks, Wiggins, and Zubac this time. Scouts lead by 5, 38-33. It's been a bit of a low-scoring game here. Payton down low, blocked, but they got it back. Jackson with the ball, has to force the shot in front of Wiggins. That shot falls. Are you kidding me? Quincy Cage trying to get himself inside, goes back out to Burks. Time counting down. Burks inside, tough shot, no good. But it was fouled by Josh Jackson, so 2 free throws. The first one is up and in. The second is good too. 5-point game again. Jackson pulls up. This time it's not going to drop. Cage with it. He goes out to Alec Burks. He gets a screen from Zubac. Alec Burks tries to get inside. He does, but it's no good. But Zubac puts it back in off the offensive rebound. Payton, why is he... Cage! You let him shoot the three! He had a whole mile of space. Wiggins lobs it. Burks is there. Nice pass. Payton inside, guarded by Quincy Cage. He goes up. It's blocked by Zubac. Nice help defense. Suns keep possession, though. And how did Christian Wood get that pass? Wiggins, you were right there, man. It's a 4-point game, and we have shot 16% better than they have. What are we doing? Andrew Wiggins pulls up inside. That shot no good. MyNBA feeds Christian Wood. Size mismatch on Burks. Wood misfires though. Burks guarded by Wood. Pulls up in the paint. That shot falls. Are you kidding me? Alec Burks, what in the world was that? How do you do that, young sir? Or actually old sir. You're an old guy. MyNBA time cutting down for the Suns. Has to force this deep three in front of Cage's face. That shot is no good. Palmer with it, goes back to Cage. Cage trying to get inside, but he lost the ball, and Smith has a steal. Phoenix. Josh Jackson knocks it down. It's back to a 4-point game. We have one final shot here before this half is over. Wiggins pulls up, and it's no good. Hits back iron. 46-42 is your halftime score, and this one is kind of a stinker.
The visiting team, 46.
All right, about 6 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Going to watch the rest of it until the fourth, and it is a 10-point game, 62-52. We have jumped down a little bit here. Played well so far as Jackson pulls up but can't add to our lead. Aiden down low guarded by Jackson. Hands off to Wood. Now back to Sims. Sims off the screen. He pulls up from three. Palmer got there just in time to force the miss. Alec Burks in the paint. And he scores. He's been pretty good today so far. 11 points, 3 for 7. That plus minus is not very good though. Aiden spins and shoots and knocks down that mid-range jumper. Jackson with it now. Wade Webb. We still have yet to see Wade Webb do anything on the court while watching. Burks from three though. Burks knocks it down. Alec Burks, are you kidding me? 14 points for him now. Josh Jackson time cutting down for Phoenix. He drives and is fouled by Alec Burks. So 2 free throws for Jackson.
At the line for Phoenix, Josh Jackson.
The first one is short. The second is good though. 12-point game as Cage checks in for Webb. Palmer finds Jackson. Nice play, and Jackson scores inside. What a great pass by Palmer. That shot falls. Was that Smith? Jalen Smith from downtown. It's down to an 11-point game now. They've hit a lot of threes this game. Burks finds Jackson. Jackson scores again easily. Nice pass. Devin Booker. We have not seen anything from him either for Phoenix. He's been locked down, apparently. Booker, Cage in his face. He fires. That shot is off. Zubac goes to Palmer. Open three. Palmer. No good. We will eventually get him to make those like 9 out of 10 times. Booker with it goes back to Smith. Smith from three. This time it's not going to drop. Here's Palmer, time cutting down for the Scouts. Palmer off the screen. Goes back to Jackson, open three. Jackson knocks it down. It's a 16-point lead for Kansas City. He's been so good today, and Palmer has found him a couple of times. Devin Booker trying to weasel his way inside. He's guarded by Cage, goes back out to Sims. Sims, time cutting down, is a little move there, but Palmer's not shook by it, and that three is off by Sims. Palmer, though, gives it off to Jackson. Jackson scores again downtown. Not downtown, down low, but that's 3 assists in the quarter to Jackson from Palmer. Jalen Smith, poked out and stolen by Quincy Cage. Great play from our rookie point guard. Cage steps back, pulls up at the elbow. That shot, no good. It just swims out. Christian Wood poked out and stolen by Palmer. Fast break chance for the Scouts. No shot clock now. Palmer gets inside. Tough shot, but he scores. Let's go. 78-58 as Devin Booker cannot hit that buzzer-beating shot, and we have just stormed out to a beautiful lead here in this third quarter. What a run. All right, last 2.5 minutes. We're going to just watch the rest of this, try and get some more action for a couple of our backups. We got a weird lineup out there. We got Brunson, Cage, and Palmer, all three of our point guards, as Brunson nearly stole the ball, but Chris Paul got it back. And now he goes up with a shot, and it's blocked by Jackson. He got it back again. That lob is knocked out of the air by Jackson. Great defense. We have been just... We have stifled Phoenix this game. And that pass is picked off by Aiden. Bad pass by Jaren Jackson. Devin Booker on the other end. Gets inside, but can't score. It's blocked by Nurkic, but Aiden got it back and put it in. Jackson guarded by Devin Booker. We'll see what happens here. Nurkic sets a screen, and Jackson failed to find Nurkic, so he has to force the shot, and that's going to be way off target. Christian Wood finds Paul. Now back to Booker, time counting down. Booker pulls up and can't knock it down. He has just been terrible. And that pass picked off by Paul, but Brunson got it back. We still got to shoot the ball because the shot clock does not reset after those. So Palmer drives, can't score, but he is fouled by Aiden, his fourth. But this game well over, and a lot of fans are already out the doors. Palmer knocks down the first.
2 shots.
The second is good. Booker inside, can't score either. And that will do it, folks. A really good 21-point win here. Not the best offense that we could have had here. Just 93 points, but I mean, our defense was stellar.
That's the end of the game. Folks, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next event.
All right, here's the box score. Again, the minutes are messed up here. I don't know what's happening with that. Maybe that has something to do with the stats. I mean, the stats look relatively normal, I would say. I mean, the Suns had a bad score because they just shot so poorly. We didn't shoot that well either, especially from downtown. Now I'm kind of curious about why the minutes thing is happening. I'll see if I can fix that for next time. But 12 points for Chris Paul, 12 points for Josh Jackson, 10 for Booker and DeAndre Ayton. For the Scouts, 20 and 10 for Jackson, 14 for Burks, 13 for Webb, which we saw none of those. We saw not a single bucket of his. I'm pretty sure he never even shot the ball when we watched. So I'm curious when he took 11 shots without us watching. Wiggins, 12 points, 10 and 13 for Nurkic. Brunson, 8 points. But, I mean, look at these blocks. 7 for Nurkic, 5 for Jackson, 4 for Zubats, 2 for Wiggins. We had 18 blocks as a team. That is absurd. That is absurd. But that being said, I'll try and fix what is somehow going wrong here. But this game was a fun watch. We played really well. And that being said, I'll check you guys out in the next one. Look forward to it. And please check out, if you have not already, the FIFA 22 Create a Club series that I have started. It's going to be a rough go at the start, similar to this game. But for that series, I have to play the games, and then I just do like a voiceover afterwards to summarize the highlights and all that stuff. So check that out. It would do me a lot of good. And please like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.